Are you attached to your negativity? Are you attached to your misery? Are you committed to your misery? Do you love being miserable? I know most people are going to say, no, that sounds ridiculous, but a lot of people are. If you really feel into it, a lot of people are very, very attached to being miserable. Why? Because they use it as an excuse to avoid doing the thing that they're terrified to do. It's a way to avoid self-responsibility. If the world is a shitty place, then what's the point of even trying? It's not going to work out. Life's not fair. Somebody's going to take it from me. It's all an excuse. And every act of complaint is just validating your own victimhood. And when you're stuck in a place of victimhood, you're completely disempowered. That's not to say that there's not things in the world that are horrible and need to be improved. But the world is, in fact, statistically speaking, getting better and better. There's less violence. There's more equality. There is less poverty. There's more education. I mean, it's just by every measure, the world is getting better and better. And people really resist that. It's like you show them the statistics and they're like, yeah, but. And that's the exact same thing they probably do to themselves. We're all trying to improve, I assume. And in the process of improving, if all you do is focus on the negative, on what you haven't done, on what still needs to be improved, it's a little pathological. You need to pat yourself on the back for the improvement that you've made, for the growth that you've achieved. You need to celebrate your wins. If all you're doing is focusing on what you haven't achieved, that's just a negative mindset, and it's not going to work. In the long term, that's not going to get you where you want to go. So people who are doing that in the world, only seeing the negative, I'm going to assume, makes me think that it's a projection, and that's in fact what they're doing to themselves. Only seeing the negative. There's a self-loathing there. And I think people get very attached to their stories. And so I just would suggest, I don't know, be honest with yourself. It was true for me. It was very true for me. This is something that I suffered from. I was very attached to my negativity. Complaining, this isn't fair. This person did this to me. Okay, well, maybe it's true. Maybe I was betrayed at different times in my life. But so what? Welcome to the world. You know, I'm going to let that stop me from moving forward. I'm going to stop opening up my heart. I'm going to stop taking risks. I'm going to stop going after my dreams because I might be betrayed or because there's bad people out there. I don't know. I just think we need to be really, really careful. And I see a lot of that out there right now. And misery loves company. So there's certainly a lot of places you're going to be able to go and find solace. And be careful about that. You start complaining and people are like, yeah. I mean, you get on the news all the time. It's all the news is. They're selling you fear. They're selling you division. They're selling you negativity. That's what keeps you coming back. You got to resist it. You got to try to see the good in things. It's one of the reasons I moved up to Idlewild. I just look out, I see these trees. It's nothing but good. It's nothing but goodness. So just be really, really careful about this, because I honestly think it's like, you know, if you go to the archetypal thinking, negative thinking is really the devil taking hold inside you. It's evil because it wants to keep you down. I know I've been talking about this previously, but it's something about that framing that makes it alive for me. It's like, that is my negative thoughts. It's really a force of darkness inside me that wants to keep me from living my life fully, from going after what I want. So just notice if you're attached to your negativity. And here's how you'll notice it. Do you complain all the time? Are you complaining all the time about whatever's going on? Your work, your mom, your spouse, the world? If you're complaining all the time, you're in a state of victimization. If you're in a state of victimization, like I said, you've completely disempowered yourself. There's no chance of you getting what you want. You're just going to attract more of the same. So it's not to say just think positive and everything's going to be fine. That's not what it is. You have to be realistic about what the world is. I agree with that. But there's a way to simultaneously be realistic about what the world actually is and the improvement that it needs and the injustice that exists, while also seeing, holy shit, this place is amazing. It's beautiful and it's getting better and better every day, just like you.